You're listening to the European Parliamentary Research Service podcast on maglev transportation.
Ever heard of magnetic levitation-based transport?
If you haven't, pay attention, because this is the closest you'll get to a flying carpet ride.
Technology is revolutionising the way we live and also the way we move around.
Magnetic levitation-based transport, or maglev, might soon become part of our everyday lives, providing faster, safer and more energy-efficient journeys. But how does this technology work?
Well, magnetic levitation is based on the creation of opposite magnetic fields that repel each other to counteract gravity, thus lifting the magnetised objects off the ground.
And this works for all types of objects, from individual hoverboards that allow a person to literally fly over the ground to superconductor trains zipping through the air at speeds of over 500 kilometers per hour.
Today, hoverboards can only fly over specific surfaces, but tests are ongoing to make them float over water and city pavements, so in the future, they could provide a fast alternative to walking, driving, or public transport for short distances.
Superconductor trains are already operating in China and South Korea and could be deployed in Japan too within a decade or so.
In the EU too, a few countries have toyed with the idea, though no real plans have been developed so far. But in the long run, maglev trains could provide an alternative to conventional trains and planes, allowing passengers to hop between capital cities faster, safer, and with less noise and pollution.
So what will this mean?
Well, if maglev trains become a real alternative, it could seriously influence our choices, for instance, when deciding where we want to live or how we want to travel.
Well-developed maglev transport systems would also change the focus and priorities of the EU's transport policy, forcing authorities to rethink urban public spaces and to decide on things such as where to build a maglev train station or where to create special lanes for hoverboards.
Because actually, one of the major stumbling blocks to the widespread development of maglev transport is the fact that it requires dedicated space and infrastructure separate from current rail or road networks, bike or pedestrian lanes.
So what role will the EU decide to play?
Well, if it's true that, as some visionaries say, maglev trains will likely see their biggest potential in connecting European capital cities, then the EU could play a decisive role in allowing those transnational links to become reality.
You're listening to the European Parliamentary Research Service podcasts.